Violence, hate, racist, the black version of the KKK. These are all words and phrases utilized to describe organizations and leaders such as Malcolm X and the Black Panther Party. However, the ignorance that many people have towards these leaders is what persuades many people to label some of the world's most important and influential figures throughout history as senseless agents of hatred. However, a common misconception about the civil rights movement is that we're always told about leaders such as Dr. King and Booker T. Washington. And even though those leaders are very respectable and should be recognized for all that they've done, too often are organizations and leaders such as Malcolm X and the Black Panther Party written off as nothing more than just senseless purveyors of hatred, violence, and angry militant black people, even though those represent nothing of their essence. So, from the dedication towards grassroots community activism to the media and FBI's effort to distort their image in the public, and ultimately to their fight for both black and human rights, not only are Malcolm X and the Black Panther Party nothing of the sort of violent, of hateful, of the embodiment of their own oppressors, but are exactly what it means to be a unifying force for humanity and what it means to take a stand against the issues that plague humanity and the black community. So the Malcolm X and the Black Panther Party went beyond violence and negativity. They were highly active as community organizers. According to Eater.com, the Black Panther Party organized a free breakfast program for each of their chapters across the United States, which they had about 40 of. And due to this, they fed about 20,000 children every single day. Furthermore, the Black Panther Party was known for its community activism rather than its violence and leather jackets and afros. So they had other things such as the sickle cell treatment program. They had free busing programs, free education, education centers, schools, everything that you could think of that's supposed to be provided by the American democracy, so-called. It's not. It's provided by the Panthers. So things such as that prove that they go way beyond the scope of so-called violence and self-defense and all the things that they are known for in society. They also had a 10-point program which covered everything from basic needs of healthcare and education all the way to what they are known for police brutality and self-defense. That's only one. So to diminish their legacy like that is only taking one small sliver of what it is they represent. Now, according to the blackpast.com, Malcolm X founded the Organization of Afro-American Unity, which was centered around the principles of the Organization of African Unity in, of course, Africa, which was, with the combination of these two organizations, became a coalition for the advancement socially, politically, and economically, and in an economic sense, for black people, not just in America, but all across the globe. So outside of what they're known for and what they're portrayed as by the media or other aspects of American society, they represent more than just a gun, more than just someone who is so-called violent and all of the things that we've been told that they are. They are some of the most influential people to actually walk the face of this earth. Now, due to this and due to the fact that anytime you have a group of people such as the Black Panthers, or you have leaders such as Malcolm X who are so popular, you're going to have mass resistance by the media, so, and by the white establishment. So because that represents a threat. So according to allisinteresting.com, the Black Panther Party, contrary to their portrayal in America as a demonized or vilified group, they were revered actually worldwide. Not only that, but they were present worldwide, meaning that they had organizations and chapters, not just in America, but all across the world, everywhere from New Zealand to China to Algeria, where they tended to exile to. They had chapters, and not only that, they were funded by governments against or outside of the United States. So that just proves their power and their influence. Furthermore, there were consistent efforts by the FBI and American government to demonize the Black Panther Party and Malcolm X. According to PBS.org, FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover labeled the Panthers the greatest threat to the internal security of the United States of America. And because of this, he started the counterintelligence program, short for COINTELPRO, which utilized assassinations, smear campaigns, informants, and all sorts of other destructive means to destroy groups such as the Black Panther Party and individuals like Malcolm X. Now, according to the New York Times, the FBI even went so far as to send Dr. King a suicide letter, trying to use leverage of his extramarital affairs to lessen his influence over the public. Because the effort, anytime you have a revolution or people who are taking a stand against something, the best way to curtail that and to diminish that is to vilify and paint a negative portrait of these people just to sway their supporters away from them. So, contrary to popular belief, Malcolm X and the Panthers did not represent just shooting and stalking cops or calling white people the devil and all sorts of other things, but they stood for changing things. And anytime you have somebody trying to change the system, you're going to get the system backlashing against them and trying to knock them down. So they were more than militants. Finally, they were more than militants fighting for the rights of black people, but for all people. Now, the Black Panther Party created a thing called the Rainbow Coalition, which was a mosh posh or a coalition literally of all different types of organizations from all different types of walks of life and races and ages and all sorts of other things, fighting against classism, poverty, and racism. So, furthermore, for Malcolm X, through his pilgrimage to Mecca, he created relationships with worldwide leaders, specifically in Africa, who coincidentally were assassinated along with him, such as P.O. Pinto and others. So this is demonstrated through Malcolm X's speech, The Ballad of the Bullet, and the Law Library of Penn State University, which includes expansive information about the efforts of international organizations to bring charges against the United States of America for human rights violations for the treatment of black people all throughout Earth through colonization and things of that sort. And according to official FBI documents to which have been transcribed by the City University of New York, groups and organizations such as the FBI through their counterintelligence program sought to neutralize and destroy groups such as the Black Panther Party and Malcolm X. According to a video by AJ Plus, 84% of Black Panthers were informants by the time that the time the FBI infiltrated them, and furthermore, 73% of all news articles written about the Panthers were written by the FBI. So, even though many conceptions paint leaders such as Malcolm X and organizations such as the Black Panther Party as violent portrayers of hatred and racism, the truth is that through their dedication to grassroots community activism, and despite the media's portrayal of them, and finally their unwavering pursuit of human rights, they will remain worldwide advocates and enactments of societal change. Thank you very much.